Back on the right stand with the latest around the minorities in Pakistan being targeted, be it Christians, Hindus, Sikhs. They are becoming increasingly vulnerable. Religious discrimination in Pakistan has been a serious concern and has been time and again raised by human rights activists across the world. And we've been highlighting it here on the right stand regularly, but Pakistan government continues to turn a blind eye towards these atrocities. We bring to you some such stories which have just occurred in the recent past, last month or so, 40 days, 45 days, that expose how minorities are being treated in Pakistan. The first case, the mutilated body of a 21-year-old was found, and his family has blamed his friends, Sohail and Akram, with whom he went out. The cops, after initially refusing to file a case, have registered complaint against unknown people, and the matter currently remains under investigation. This is a young Hindu lad who's now been found, his body's been found mutilated. In the second case, a Hindu woman was killed for trying to save her daughter from brutes. Zarina Bhil was allegedly killed by 3 Muslim youth who were reportedly trying to kidnap her daughter. When Zarina fought back, she was stabbed multiple times. A case of murder against unidentified people has been registered. In yet another incident, atrocities on minorities, a Christian father-son duo were brutally thrashed allegedly by a Muslim mob in Punjab, Sialkot city, the Pak province of Punjab. The incident occurred when Shaukat Masih and his son Yeshua Masihat were at their shop and were targeted for holding religious prayers. The father-son duo are actually claiming that they were attacked by their Muslim neighbors. A case has currently now been registered. Another shocking case, a social activist has slammed the government of Pakistan's Sindh province for a job advertisement that invited applications from non-Muslims for sanitation posts, very clearly said for non-Muslims only. Human rights groups have deplored the continuing practice of advertising posts that specify that religious minorities should apply for sanitation jobs. Listen to her.
जिला है सांगड़, वहाँ की एक म्यूनिसिपल कमेटी के लिए 61 सैनिटरी वर्कर्स चाहिए जो गैर मुस्लिम हों। इश्तिहार से लगता है जैसे सूबा सिंध में सफाई निस्फ ईमान शायद ईमान वालों के लिए है ही नहीं। सूबा सिंध में किसी भी सैनिटरी वर्कर को 25,000 रुपए माहाना की कानूनी तनख्वाह नहीं दी जाती। इंसानी हुकूक और लेबर कवानीन की खुली खिलाफ वर्जी करते हुए इन सैनिटरी वर्कर्स को न पेंशन मिलती है, न सूबाई कानून के तहत सोशल सिक्योरिटी। जिस जुल्म को खत्म करने के लिए 1400 साल पहले इस्लाम आया, वो जुल्म और जात पात हमारे यहाँ आज भी जिंदा है। सवाल ये है कि अगर किसी भी गैर मुस्लिम ने इस काम के लिए अप्लाई नहीं किया तो हमारे गटरों का क्या होगा? क्या हम अपने ही गन में बैठे रहेंगे?
Well, we've got another story that's just come in. Big breaking news coming through. A 14-year-old Hindu girl has allegedly been kidnapped at gunpoint from her home in Qazi Ahmad Shaheed Benazirabad. The girl's father said kidnappers abducted his daughter and stole gold and 100,000 rupees. A complaint has now been registered. She's kidnapped at gunpoint from her home. This young girl, again 14-year-old Hindu girl, has been kidnapped. That's what the father has said, along with gold and 100,000 rupees being stolen. Jai Ahuja President Nimitakam NGO joining us, and Arif Azakia, human rights and social media analyst, human rights activist and social media analyst, joining us at this point. Arif Azakia ji, namaste, and Jai Ahuja, namaste. Arif ji, let me ask you first and foremost. Governments keep changing, but these atrocities don't stop. Why?
Namaste, and thank you for inviting me. Well, I was hearing to all your report, and there was nothing new for me. I was a mayor of Jamshed town in Karachi, and I had 1,700 sanitary workers, all non-Muslim. And even during my tenure, when we used to give advertisement for jobs in newspapers, we used to write sanitary workers only non-Muslim. This is unwritten law of Pakistan. Well, the Muslims of Pakistan is when come to Europe and America, they do sanitation works. But in Pakistan, it is prohibited for Muslims. And again, it is not only that sanitary workers are only non-Muslims, but the behavior they face is totally unacceptable. For example, in my house, once my mother gave me a plate full of food and to give it to the cleaner of our building who used to come in Ramzan to collect food. She was a Hindu girl.
Right.
And when I gave her the plate, my mother was very angry that why did I give plate in her hand? I should have emptied the plate with my hand. Why she touched it? So my mother threw that plate away. This is, I am telling you on my own experience, this is the common behavior of society. We call them chuda. Chuda is a very bad word we use for them. And in normal society, they are not treated equally. They are treated as third and fourth class citizens. And this does not happen only to cleaners. Even I heard stories of the Danish Canaria and non-Muslim cricketers who sometimes happen to be in Pakistan team and they face discrimination by Muslim cricketers. So this is normal story of the day. And as your question that why Pakistan government is not doing anything. Well, most of these cases belong to Sindh. And Sindh is ruled by Bilawal Bhutto's People's Party. That Bilawal Bhutto who called a democratically elected with majority votes Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is respected everywhere in the world, he called him Butcher of Gujarat and he used so many bad words. He sitting up and down, he always speaks about Muslims and minorities of India, but he does not see any wrongdoing in his own province where they are ruling since 20 years continuously. This is happening regularly in Sindh particular. And really being a human rights activist, I feel ashamed, and in my own reports I have always mentioned that the minorities of Pakistan are the most oppressed people of the world. And here I would say that it is negligence of Indian government also. While there is no discrimination against Muslims and minorities in India, but Pakistan keeps international lobbying up against Muslims and minorities treatment in India.
Right.
Where India government is never speaking about the minorities of Pakistan who are facing worst kind of discrimination and subjugation in Pakistan. Indian government should speak everywhere about these minorities who are human beings and who carry Indian DNA.
Jai Ahuja. Jai, can you hear me? Jai Ahuja, can you hear me? I'm going to quickly try with our team to check if Jai Ahuja can hear us. Yes, Jai Ahuja. Yes. Jai Ahuja, if you can. हाँ, अगर आपको आवाज आ रही है जय अहुजा, अगर आप मेरी आवाज आ रही है, मैं आनंद बोल रहा हूँ, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी आनंद जी बताएं।
हाँ जी, मैं आपसे ही पूछ रहा हूँ कि आप भी बहुत सारे ऐसे लोगों से मिले जो जानते हैं जिनको आपने यहाँ भारत में सेटल कराया, जिनके साथ इस तरीके का बर्ताव हुआ है, लेकिन ये रुक नहीं रहा।
आनंद भाई, सिचुएशन दिनों दिन पहले से भी बदतर होती जा रही है। अभी मैं पिछले 2 महीने से केस पे काम कर रहा हूँ। 5 बच्चियां हैं, बड़ी प्यारी प्यारी। एक सज्जन है, उनकी कराची में रहते हैं, जाति से ओल्ड राजपूत हैं। वो फोन पे बात करते करते रोने लग जाते थे। उनकी बच्ची मार हो गई थी और उनको ये डर था कि किसी भी दिन उनके घर आके गन पॉइंट पे बच्ची को उठा के ले जाएंगे। हमने पहले उनको कराची से एस्केप करके कहीं और कुछ लोगों की मदद लेके रुकने के लिए कहा, और अभी 2 दिन पहले उनका वीजा होके आ गया है। वो अपनी 5 बच्चियों के साथ में भारत आ रहे हैं। आजकल एक और बहुत बड़ी समस्या है कि वहाँ एक डिप्लोमेट हैं भारत सरकार के, जो भंग परिवारों को वीजा देते हैं। जैसे पूरी फैमिली ने वीजा लगाया तो पत्नी और एक बच्चे को छोड़ देंगे, बाकी को 4 को वीजा दे देंगे। तो अभी ये बड़ा जबरदस्त मामला चल रहा है कि भारत सरकार की ओर से भी बहुत बेरुखी नजर आ रही है इस प्रकार के केसेस को लेकर के, और स्थिति दिनों दिन खराब होती जा रही है। बच्चियां हमारी पहले से भी ज्यादा हिंदुओं की और सिखों की या माइनॉरिटीज की, क्रिश्चियंस की उठने लगी हैं, और बहुत प्रकार की ब्लास्फेमी लॉ मान लें या और कोई छोटे मोटे आरोप लगा करके मॉब लिंचिंग करके हत्या करना भी एक रेगुलर पैटर्न बन गया है
जी।
और सबसे बड़े दुख की बात ये कि नेहरू लियाकत पैक्ट में इन लोगों के बारे में ट्रीटी साइन करने के बाद भी हमारी सरकार उतना एग्रेसिवली इस इशू पे कोई काम नहीं कर रही है, जो एक अपने आप में दुख की बात है।
जी।
जब आपने वचन दे दिया, लिख करके आपने कमिटमेंट कर दिया कि आप इनको भारत में आने भी देंगे, आप इनको कंपलसरी शेल्टर भी देंगे और आप इनकी रिहेबिलिटेशन में भी मदद करेंगे, साथ ही आप इनको प्रेफरेंशियल सिटीजनशिप भी देंगे, उसके बावजूद भी हमारे पार्ट पर अब उतना काम नहीं हो रहा है।
जी, ये काम और करने की आवश्यकता है। आई थैंक यू, आई हैव रन आउट ऑफ टाइम।